We're fine on this. 4 hours a month. Yeah. We have one. I mean, yeah, I went through the list and got it all straightened out, so we already approved that.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah. That's when
I just had. Schedule it. Once we do it on Friday.
Yeah. Traffic lined up on Old Ithaca Road, it's like years ago, back in the '70s when it. Oh, even like around 4 o'clock coming down Washington Road, they're backed up past the.
Yeah, I mean, that was what it was all, that was like that every day.
Yeah, they're saying possibly this week, have you heard?
When they initially closed, I heard 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
you can't complain about the weather.
No.
Yeah.
It can be done. 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's what they initially said, and
which would be Friday. But of course, the Norfolk Southern didn't come in to do theirs, did they?
no,
No,
I don't know, I haven't been down there.
Oh, they haven't? No, they didn't come in.
Norfolk Southern didn't come in.
That's surprising.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
But theirs isn't that bad, the other.
The other one's private, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's the one.
They go both of them or just no? Whatever they go.
This one right now, they're not touched, they don't touch the one with Southern,
Cut them out.
the other one.
Okay. Oh, the private one?
Yeah.
Doing that right hand.
Isn't the other one by the business park, and that STL that owns that other one?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the main line is Norfolk Southern, and then
The other one I thought was STL, the bit where they bought the business park, and that their other. train?
yeah, yeah.
And then they're turning the right hand turn lane in, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be wide enough for trucks to make that right hand turn.
I haven't seen it. I don't know if that was.
It's gonna be very close. I run a warehouse for STL, so.
Okay.
It doesn't, at least what they dug out, what I saw, it doesn't look wide enough.
It'll be a little better for traffic, but it's not gonna be 100%.
Traffic there hasn't been all that for that. I only go through theirs 4 times a day.
Another roundabout.
They haven't worked on the one on 13 in a while.
Yeah, they've been doing a little bit of stuff. It looks like they're going to. My guess is they'll open the sides and then work on the middle and traffic. will-
Yeah, I
traffic
think-
will still flow.
When I leave here at like 4, if I leave here 4:30, I go out 13 and come back in the highway to the village.
You know what, this one's done.
Well, they've got some brick laid in the one
Do they?
portion
Oh,
of it.
yeah.
That's like a lot of traffic.
Trucks are awful right now.
Make a lot of traffic from my house.
Yeah, from down Ithaca Road too.
Yeah, you can sell your house. Right, it's something.
Your neighbor down there with chicken problems, we got rid of the chickens. Andrew Coop.
Danny. You ready, Dan?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to call the May 10th meeting of the Horset Town Board to order. Kathy, call the roll, please.
Mr. Ripko.
Aye.
Mr. Lewis.
Here.
Mr. Wilbur.
Here.
Mr. Ziegler.
Here.
Mr. Fisher.
Here, if you please stand and lead the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I have a motion to accept the minutes of April 12th and April 22nd,
So moved.
23 meeting?
Second.
Mr. Ripko.
Aye.
Mr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Wilbur.
Aye.
Mr. Ziegler.
Aye.
Mr. Fisher.
Aye. Item 3 is a resolution authorizing the payment of claims.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Ripko.
Aye.
Mr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Wilbur.
Aye.
Mr. Ziegler.
Aye.
Mr. Fisher.
Aye. Item 4 is reports of town officers.
I move these reports be received and put on file. Second.
Mr. Ripko.
Aye.
Mr. Lewis. Mr. Wilbur.
Aye.
Mr. Fisher.
Aye.
Mr. Ziegler.
Aye.
Item 5 is correspondence, and item 6 is a motion to receive the correspondence.
Make a motion to receive the correspondence. Second.
Mr. Ripko.
Aye.
Mr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Wilbur.
Aye.
Mr. Ziegler.
Aye.
Mr. Fisher.
Aye. Item 7 is audience participation. Anything that is not on our agenda and you'd like to address the board with, we ask you to come to the podium, state your name and address, and then say what you want. Anything that's not on the agenda. Anybody?
So
Lou.
Jessica Euler, 64 West Sullivanville Road. So, town of Forsyth, even though Chemung County recently put up noise barrier, fast growing trees on Route 13, where the Franklin Street roundabout is that going to continue all the way up? Because I know that where we are situated is 13, and we have the corner right there. We own those 3 properties all in the same spot, and we've been asking for those for probably 30 years, and we've been turned down.
How far up from the? on 13?
Whereabouts are they?
It's right by East Franklin Street on that side, across from Kevin Sullivan's, all along all those houses.
Oh, right.
on the other opposite
Like they were literally just put in Tuesday.
Yeah, I saw them out there. I was surprised they were doing.
I know, I saw it and I was like,
I didn't need.
are you serious? We went to an appointment, came back and
That's part
they were done.
The bypass project.
Is it, okay,
Part
Oh,
of it.
you know how far?
Yeah,
Matt says,
how far does it go?
You don't know.
That's the only ones I know of. Yeah.
So what is the
What I
next
will
step
do, what
to,
I will do tomorrow, I'll get a hold of Marty Vanderhoff, my highway super, because that's state projects. They
Right.
don't know.
yep, and we knew that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention it because
Yeah,
of my
absolutely.
in-laws.
I haven't been down there yet, and I'll drive down and take. a
Yeah,
look
it's,
at
I
it.
mean, they're gorgeous trees. They're placed about 2 feet apart diagonally. And, you know, if you look at them, you can tell that they're fast growing trees
Yeah.
and they're made for noise barriers. But our issue now is, okay, we see that. I understand there's going to be much more traffic going through there. But we've been asking, my in-laws have owned the property for almost 50 years. And they've been asking for almost that entire time to get noise barriers because they were there before the highway even went in. So I'm just, what is our next step for us?
So now,
For
let
that
me refresh my
noise.
memory. We talking from Franklin Street to I-86, the
So
houses.
those houses right there, if you go down and you do that roundabout on Franklin,
Yeah.
it starts right across from Sullivan's.
The
Or
old,
no,
Camelot Drive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it goes.
It's,
yeah.
you know.
yeah,
where they all
Skimlot
have-
Drive, it goes down towards I-86.
Oh.
Yep, it's all that entire line of houses around the corner. So we're just wondering what steps we would need to take to ask if we could get it
Where was your parents?
further up by us. At 64 and 68 West Sullivanville Road. We're on the corner of Sullivanville and 13. And I mean, we've had buses tip over, we've had
Oh, yeah.
cars in the ditch,
yeah,
the bus
there's
that
a
tipped
house
over
and,
2 years ago was right across the road.
Yeah,
Or, Danny, could you ask Marty to check and see? What kind of barrier that was supposed to be on the drawing?
well,
I go
we
back,
have them,
I go back where this thing was first thought about, and. My understanding is gonna be a wall,
No, it's definitely fast road.
but it's what, pine
Yeah,
tree?
the wall.
No, they're
definitely
not,
are.
They're like arborvitae.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, arborvitae.
I mean, 10 years and they'll be nice and full and you won't be able to hear anything on the outside.
So get in, snow, get in, they'll tip over and.
There's a lot.
Okay.
They
There
put a
is.
lot in there.
Well, I'll be
Staggered.
good.
Yeah, and they're staggered really, really close, so they're going to grow directly into each
I
other.
remember a solid wall in there.
Yeah, that was a long,
Whole thing.
long time ago, because
There
a long
was,
time.
there was supposed to be not a real high wall, it was supposed to be a wall built on
Metal
top
wall.
of a berm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, but it wasn't gonna be high,
didn't have to be to put the berm in,
was that,
it only had to be 6 foot to put a berm in.
right, but they didn't put any berm, they didn't put the berm away.
Well, we can inquire.
Yeah.
Can inquire about
appreciate it.
That's all
yeah, I
we
will
can do.
talk to Marty, and if nothing else, we'll try to get somebody from the state that you can contact too.
Yeah, anything just because it's, I mean,
Yeah.
it's terrible. A couple of years ago, we had a neighbor chase 18 of our geese into the highway. And I knew that would have been a little bit of a deterrent. At least they could have been, I mean, we weren't compensated or anything for that, and we were just told. Deal with it, it's part of the property. So it would be nice, especially after seeing that.
To the state of New York.
I believe it's.
That surprised me. Oh, yeah, right. I will, if you think of it tomorrow, could you call Kathy with a number or before you leave tonight?
Oh, I can give you my number right now. Sure. 607-483-7046.
Myself or Marty Vanderhoff, my highway superintendent, will give you a jingle tomorrow.
Okay, and if I can't answer,
Or
I
the
work
next
for
day.
the county,
Yeah,
so I can't always answer the phone. I
okay.
work right at DSS, so
Oh, no problem.
if I can't answer, please leave me a message.
We'll leave a message.
Spell your last name for me.
UHLER. Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you.
Is there anyone else under audience participation? If not, we'll move on. Item 8 is public hearing regarding ordinance prohibiting sticker stores or similar sales. John? You're on, John.
Okay. I'll read the public notice. Town of Horseheads notice of public hearing. Please take notice that a public hearing will be held by the town board of the town of Horseheads on May 10th, 2023 at 7 p.m. at the town hall regarding the adoption of amendment to the town of Horseheads Town Code, amending the town of Horseheads zoning ordinance to add a chapter relating to the prohibition of marijuana sticker stores or similar transactions. Any resident of the town of Horseheads shall be entitled to be heard upon said proposed action at such public hearing. Any person requiring special assistance should contact the town clerk prior to the meeting. By order of the town board of the town of Horseheads, New York, Kathy R. Wood, town clerk, dated April 21st, 2023, and published one time in the Elmira Star Gazette on Monday, May 1st, 2023. I will open the public hearing to anyone who wishes to comment. If you wish to comment, step forward to the podium, state your name and address, and upon being recognized, make your statement. During the public hearing, the town board does not participate. If you have a question, state your question, and it'll be answered after the public hearing is closed. Anyone wishing to speak, you have 3 minutes when you come up to make your statement. Anyone who wishes to speak, please.
I'm Randy Matthews, 478 Hickory Grove, Horseheads, New York.
Okay,
My concern with it is there is other sticker shops that haven't been shut down. They operate on the same permit. I don't think it's fair to shut one down and not the others. when the one you shut down is helping our community. He donates to all the different, he's donated houses, cars. He's trying to help our community. They're all operating on gift and retail permits. There's there's habits, there's buds and studs, there's multiple in Horsehead's limits, and only one of them got shut down. That's my concern.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak, please?
My name is Christopher McCankle, 2030 Lake Road, Horsehead, Palmyra, New York, 14903.
Where do you live?
Do
we need your home address?
Spellport, yeah, 1213 Oakdale Avenue,
Okay, thank you,
Palmyra, 14904.
thank you.
So my concern is pretty much the same thing. There's several shops in the area, probably 15, and there was only one shop shut down. I feel it's unfair and unjust. The owner of the shop does do as much as he can to help the community, unlike any other shop that was not shut down. He goes above and beyond his way. He's donated buildings to the community for children's programs. He offers shopping sprees for the less fortunate. He pays people's bills. He's out here trying to utilize his position in the community in a positive way, unlike most other shops, which are still open, and his is, shut down for the time being.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak, please?
Easy Craft, I live at 268 West 13th Street, Elmira Heights, New York, 14903. What's your last name, Stacy? Craft with a K.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good.
I just wanted to state that I feel like it's completely unfair to close one store and not the other. I mean, everybody focuses on what, the marijuana aspect, but it does great things for the community. Medical is one of the huge things that people don't realize. We do support primarily a lot of medical patients that cannot afford New York State medical marijuana. I don't know if you know how expensive that is, but we do offer a lesser service. I mean, these people can't afford that, and we're taking things away from people in the community. It's just not about the money that we make, it's about the people that we help. Marijuana is a great medical thing. It does cancer, HIV patients, wasting syndrome. It has great medical things, and if you're gonna shut one down, you should shut them all down. It's not fair.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else wish to speak, please? Anyone at all? Motion's in order to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ribko.
Aye.
Mr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Wilbur. Mr. Ziegler.
Aye.
Mr. Fisher.
Aye, just to let you know. The only sticker store in the town of Horseheads is this store. The other stores that you see are in the village of Horseheads. They are not in the town. The village has nothing to do with what goes on in the village. So that's one thing. The other thing is when he came in for a site plan to redo that building, he was advised that no sticker sales would be allowed in that building at all. Of course, he didn't care at the time because he was right next door. And then he got shut down over there. So this ordinance has been in the works before he moved into the town. However, we are now after him to shut him down for violations of building code and other codes at this point in time. It has nothing to do with the direct sales, and one of the things the board will be doing, the next public hearing will do that, is to approve the location of retail dispensaries in the town of Horseheads in all business zones. It'll require a special permit from the town board. So as soon as he can do that, he's fine. He can come in, get a special permit and operate. But until then, the enforcement will continue.
With a New York State license.
Right, as soon as he
Right,
can
yeah,
comply with,
right.
yeah, as soon as he can comply with the requirements.
Right.
Yes,
So on the other, can I ask a question with the other thing?
please.
So then if you're not gonna allow the marijuana, can he still become a retail bong sales, like for not?
That's all he applied for.
I know, I'm just asking, I'm just.
Yeah, no, that's what he came in and applied for under the site plan review. So, those sales disappear, he can reopen,
How does he go about doing so to do that?
stop selling his marijuana.
No marijuana is being sold, it's being. given.
We can argue that all day.
Absolutely.
I can give you the case law regarding what a gift
Yeah,
is
that's
and a
fine.
sale.
I can pick through
So
that.
we're not gonna argue that, okay? We're not gonna argue that. In our parlance, he's selling marijuana.
Right,
So that's, and we're going after
it's fine.
both ways,
It's
sticker
fine to be
sales,
wrong.
gifts and whatever. Okay,
Yeah, it's fine to be wrong, I understand.
You can't gift marijuana with a bong either. There is no gifting of marijuana.
right.
What makes it a pretty gray area right now?
It is not a gray area at all in this town.
It seems to be in New York State. so-
No, I don't think it's a gray area. It's merely an area where the DA will not prosecute. There is no gray area in this town.
Yeah, that seems pretty gray.
Yeah. Thank you.
Local law number 4.
Thank you. We'll move on, gentlemen. Next agenda item.
We had a question in the back.
Huh?
We had a question in the
I have
back.
a question. Wasn't the marijuana whole thing put to a vote? I mean, I was under the impression that it was all put to a vote and it was allowed in.
Well, the state legislature passed recreational marijuana,
Okay,
subject to licensed by the state of New York retail dispensaries, which they're starting to do.
The
Yeah,
town
it is-
so
opted-
basically the town's holding out the big money.
No, the
No,
town
no,
opted
no,
into
not
the
at all.
legals, the
We-
legal sales, the town opted in.
We will allow retail dispensaries in the town.
We will allow New York State licensed retail dispensaries. We're changing, we're all
As New
making
York
our
State
code
issued
where we
regulations,
can
it's for Chemung County.
allow them to go. So if you have a New York State license,
So you have to get the New York State. approval
Yes.
And then get the town.
no,
Well, yes,
Yes,
because in certain areas you're gonna be able to operate.
right.
You
Okay,
can't
so-
operate next to churches and schools.
Right, within so many limits, so many feet. So is the process the state license and then is it a county license and then a town license? They go right from the
no,
state
no,
to
the
the town.
what would, the best scenario for somebody would be if they've applied for the state license and know they're gonna get it. To come in and get the site plan review in the special permit procedure started. So just like we do, like we would do with a bar. The approvals could be had. And then as soon as the license comes in the door, you can get your operating.
But New York State is only allowing so many, right? Isn't that how it's?
We can't control the.
Right.
state.
No, I know, I'm laying it out.
They
there.
are,
There's only a.
So
Yeah,
There's a
they're
limit.
allowing 3 licenses in the southern tier, which allows 9 stores. Yes,
I just want it fair, that's all I'm asking. If they're gonna do it to one, might as well do it. I'm on the Republican board too. I feel it should be fair across the board.
we can only do what's in the town of Horses.
No, but I thought that that's the town right there by Wendy's, because that's.
No, that's.
no, that's the village.
So where's the town?
The village goes down, on that line, the village goes down to, you know where Hemlock Street is?
Yes,
That's the end of the village on that side. That's where the village starts coming this way. The town starts going that way. Then on the other side, where the bottom edge of Catalpa Drive comes out,
so where
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 the
did- where-
businesses start on the east side, that's the town.
no, isn't the town right there where, the tax place is, Jackson Hewitt?
I don't even, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
down on Lake Road.
Yes.
Yes,
So Good Habit,
yes, that's.
Good Habit is a sticker shop, that's in town.
Then thank you very much. We
We'll
will be
check that out
visiting them
because
tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying, it's not fair to one.
Right, no, because Good Habits, when they came
We
in,
will-
they're not advertising it, they were told everybody, and with last fire inspection they did down there was no indication.
So they know when you're coming, they put them away,
Okay,
but it's not fair to one, that's what I'm getting at, it's not fair to one to do it to the other.
And we agree with you.
we agree with you,
Code
so we
enforcement
will be
will
down
visit
to
them
tomorrow.
and pull their operating permit. Thank you for the complaint.
No, we'll check, we will definitely check it out.
Because they were up in Ames Plaza, they just bought that building next to,
So to pull someone's permit for this, all you need is one complaint.
No, we don't need any complaints, but we didn't know that was there. Because like you said, we've been in there and they stopped them.
It was.
So if he's willing to go and get the permit. Would he get his operated license back if he's only gonna do bongs?
Yes,
As
As long as it's just a retail smoke.
as long as it's just a retail shop,
No marijuana
no
product.
cigarettes, no marijuana products.
No
That
gift.
products, that's not fair, right? Because bongs and stuff are.
Right, we
Yeah.
get no consumable marijuana.
Exactly,
products.
yeah,
So he can do novelty items.
yes. Yes, that's what we thought was going to be there. And it
But
was.
I'm being honest, and I'm on both sides of the fence. I do all the name gathering for you guys when it comes time. I just want it black and white and fit for everybody.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair at the end of the day for somebody, it's like being discriminated.
I more than agree.
And but I know for a fact that he does edibles and he does all that. I know for a fact. Cause I know who owns it. That's why I'm saying it's not fair to go after one and not the other.
Did you make a statement, though, he's selling stickers, right?
Yeah, it sounds.
It's definitely always been a sticker shop.
The guy that was in Ames Plaza and he moved over.
Yes, he sells stickers.
Charge him back, yeah.
Now, does he still sell tobacco and stuff?
Yes, but he sells. Stickers
Well,
and,
I'm just,
yeah,
you know,
there's tobacco,
the ATF license is a question.
Right,
When you
it's-
got this, yeah.
So he
But-
sells cigars, chewing tobacco, and then it also has in a very small, when he was up by Ceramic Designs. Before he moved, it was actually just very little on the door sticker shop,
Okay,
but
He's very-
his main signage stated cigars, tobacco.
right.
So when you would go in there, you would think like, okay, if I'm going to just get a cigar. For
He
the
will-
board,
he
you
will
know,
be
I'm gonna go
visited
to box
before the
cigar,
end.
I can take my kids in, it's no big deal. You get to the door, I can't take my kids in there, they're not 21. They are a sticker shop.
Okay, well.
that's just why I wanna lay it on the board, it's not fair.
I'm glad you did. I'm
Appreciate it.
glad you appreciate it.
Because
We agree with you.
If you know of any more, let us know.
So next protocol for 420 novelties. To reopen again is. Just eliminate any consumable marijuanas, the gifting process of it, the sales, whatever you guys choose to call it.
And he can open the store,
And
yeah.
you could open the store, and how do we go about that? Do we have to call the town of Horsehead?
Code
We
enforcement.
just unlock our door, we call Greg at code enforcement.
Well, you gotta remove, they're still selling. I mean, they're not shut down.
There's nobody selling out of that building.
Yeah, the building.
Not building.
No, they're selling in the parking lot.
The parking lot is part of.
His operating
Yeah,
permit was
they-
pulled for
they
that
could be-
property. He has no right
It's
to
not the
sell.
building operating for the property.
So he's still open. And those violations are being done now. So,
Is it possible to apply for a state license? And then look for property that's available that you have okayed? And move that to that new property?
I,
While still selling
the state
novelties,
licensing
add that.
procedure, I have no
No, I'm
idea.
just asking if,
there is no zoning for it, you gotta get the permit first. They're limited, the permits, you gotta
so
do that.
say,
They
Say
can come in
no.
and ask for,
say the permit is
Well,
given.
yeah,
you can come in and ask,
The next,
the
the next
approval.
public hearing is, and we won't do anything, is our zoning,
Okay,
which we'll have hopefully at our June meeting. On where these type of situations can involve, where we want them to
I
go.
would just like.
Obviously, you know, the laws, some of like in schools and churches. And
yeah, we're gonna approve retail dispensaries in the business zone, which is, all the areas of the town, where he is right now. is
that's a business
zone.
zone.
Right.
So that's not an
Yeah,
issue.
well, it's all.
The only
based on state
limitations will be
Right.
the church and the school.
But you can't have that even tobacco there, that's against the law.
Yeah, like
Right.
like a bar, they can't be within certain
Right,
distances at this point in time. Yeah, we had somebody come in and wanted to put a sticker store on the Miracle Mile in one of the old buildings and Bosse's is right there.
There is one on, or not Miracle Mile, there is a couple on Grand Central, that's on Miracle Mile, there is.
Yeah, and that's a Grand Central. This way by Wendy's in the village.
And they all are operating on the same permit, that's why I'm bringing it to your attention, it's
Yeah.
all under retail and gifts. Every single sticker shop in the whole New York State, that's what they're operating.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
can only.
in the
control
village, in the city, and wherever they did it, here you would not have gotten the permit to open it all. You wouldn't have got the operating permit till you presented the license.
Which I understand, that's why I'm trying to be civil about it, and just want fair across the board.
But no, we agree with you, okay? Because they will, like I said, with regard to that other one, they will catch up and they will pull his operating permit.
Cause this man right here he's doing a lot for our community, and a lot of our community actually needs the help. He, a couple weeks ago. A kid's been walking since winter time. He bought a car for him. He didn't know the kid, he just bought the kid a car. He's trying to help our community, that's why I would like. Let's go the proper channel and let's do it the right way and not.
That's all we're asking, the proper channels, it's just like a bar or anything else, you gotta go through the proper channels. Or a business, you go through the proper channels and open, once you get the proper channels, we're not against it, we approve retail sale in the town if it's done legally.
Which I know you guys are fair, my grandfather was on your guys' board for a long time. Which was Al Kern, my wife is Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're looking at, that's why we put the moratorium. You know, until we can get our ducks in a row, so that these things just don't crop up.
So let's move the trailer out there and just put bongs, Chris, and get it the right way. Let's not give these guys a hard time, let's just start that way.
That's all we're asking is do it the right way, once, if you apply and you get it. We have.
New York State hasn't, they haven't put in an incredible amount, enough of lace into this to benefit, New York State.
New York State did what they did before, it's just like,
3 in the southern tier, which is gonna bring 9 stores, they've already opened, a few, and. You're talking, most of these people ain't barely got money for the medicine, let alone gas money to get to the medicine. And then when they get there, they gotta pay an additional, 14-20% taxes on an $80 half-gram cartridge. Which they could simply go to a sticker store, and get the same type of product, and you'd have to think of it, in most cases in general, most of the products come from other states that are lab tested anyways.
yeah,
So you would have to, I would have to be stupid to believe that New York State's testing is better in California or Oregon, being that they have been weed legal for several years in New York State is. In its first trimester.
yeah, we can't speak for New York State.
But I'm
Let's
saying. in
face it,
general,
it's the same thing with their
for
electric
the average
vehicles.
Citizen, getting raped by New York State. In their wallet,
Why do you think
As opposed
population is
to-
declining in New York State?
absolutely.
After the.
Okay, well, we need to move on, so that's all we're asking. Item 10, there's no action taking place.
Yeah, number 9 will carry over to the next.
Carry over. Item 10 is a public hearing regarding the amending retail distribution and special use permit zoning. John, you're on again.
Town of Horseheads notice of public hearing. Please take notice that a public hearing will be held by the town board of the town of Horseheads on May 10th, 2023 at 7 p.m. at the town hall regarding the adoption of an amendment. The town of Horseheads Town Code amending the town of Horseheads zoning ordinance. Article 9, section 204-44 uses permitted by special permits for retail dispensaries and to allow retail dispensaries as defined under the Marijuana Regulation and Taxation Act. And amend Article 15 special permits, section 204-96-0101. Any resident of town of Horseheads shall be entitled to be heard upon said proposed action at such public hearing. Any person requiring special assistance should contact the town clerk prior to the meeting. By order of the town board of the town of Horseheads, Kathy R. Wood, town clerk, dated April 21st, 2023, published one time in the Elmira Star Gazette on Monday, May 1st, 2023. Same rules as the last public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak, please step forward, state your name and address. You have 3 minutes to talk and make your comment. Anyone wishing to speak at all, please? Anyone at all? Motions in order to close the public hearing. Gentlemen?
Mr. Ripko. Mr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Wilbur.
Aye.
Mr. Ziegler.
Aye.
Mr. Fisher.
Aye. Item 11, the discussion of possible action will be carried over until next one. We'll have the final day. Item 12 is discussion of possible action regarding video conferencing local law 1 of 23.
procedures, yeah, we adapted the local law, but this is the procedures. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
And you guys.
Yeah.
Any questions, gentlemen?
It says the public has to be present. At the meeting, it doesn't say.
Probably has to be able to be, how is it?
Or, I have to look at
I
it.
mean, I stole the language, so.
Yeah, it's
You know,
pretty
don't-
much the same as it does. I mean, that's what they had in there.
And it's not theirs, I stole.
Well,
They're all about that, they're all the same,
They are.
yeah.
it says.
Didn't remember, I grabbed the wrong things.
Under B.
B,
Public attendance. All members of the public body shall be physically present at meetings unless such members are unable to
Right,
be here physically.
yes,
So someone can say, well, I don't feel like going down there, I want to conference it. I wanna-
one of the members can, but they can't vote, they can't participate,
members is this board, right?
yeah, they can't participate. The only way they can participate is if there's an illness, some, you know, something like that,
All right. I don't have a problem.
and then I think, yeah,
You said motion to approve,
Yeah.
Steve.
We need a second. Here we go.
Mr. Ripko,
Hey.
Mr. Lewis,
All right.
Mr. Wilbur.
Aye.
Mr. Ziegler,
Alright,
Mr. Fisher.
Aye. Item 13 is discussion of possible action regarding Southern Tier Central Regional Planning and Development Board. Capital Project Planning Assistance Program. Kathy, myself, Greg, and Marty met with Brian Foy from the Southern Tier Regional Planning. They have a grant with Brockport where they will come in and meet with us again. We have another meeting scheduled, I want to say the 25th.
May 25th.
And look at our facilities and stuff, and we've got ideas of some capital projects that we're looking at. And they will prioritize them and help us find if there's any funding and stuff. So we had the initial meeting with Brian, and went very well. It's not costing the town anything. They approached us, they're trying to do it with a couple of municipalities, and they hit us first, and we decided, let's do it. They're not gonna. So we'll just keep everybody, do we need, John,
This is
yes,
do we need a motion to continue with this? or-
yeah, we
Okay.
should have a
Motion to continue with the Southern Tier Regional Planning Development for our future goals and objectives.
Someone.
Second.
Mr. Ripko,
Aye.
Mr. Lewis,
Aye.
Mr. Wilbur,
Aye.
Mr. Ziegler,
Aye.
Mr. Fisher.
Aye. Item 14 is a referral to the planning board, county planning board, village of Forsyth's planning board regarding repeal of industrial park zone, Article 12, and change to industrial and manufacturing zone, Article 10. What we want to do, we're talking the Ladderbrook, right, John? Ladderbrook.
Yes,
Industrial
with
Park.
the ladder, where over on off Ladderbrook where that industrial park is. That was labeled the industrial park some years ago. And it was a creation of Dick Brown when he was when he was head of the planning board in Chemung County. And they wanted this place and minimum of 5 acres and all this. Well, it's been violated more than it's been followed. So my feeling is we just make it, get rid of the industrial park zone, the separate, put it in industrial and manufacturing, which basically is the same thing without some of those acreage restrictions and stuff like that that we've amended anyway at this point. And it doesn't really expand the use, but there's still no retail, no residences, those type of things can be done in there.
So what prompted this? It was just time that you're better do it.
Well, this OH striping came in and wants to use the old glass thing building. But it's just gonna be storage, so technically they're okay. But they're okayer under the industrial and manufacturing than they are. And actually, the storage unit thing was never part of the industrial park zone, it was It was stuck in after we were, well, let's not get.
And we're just referring it to all these other boards,
Because we have, yeah, because
And
the
that-
village is across the
and that will-
street,
make it a,
exactly.
all right, I make a motion to refer it to those boards.
Okay.
Mr. Ripko.
Aye.
Mr. Lewis. Mr. Wilbur.
Aye.
Mr. Ziegler.
Aye.
Mr. Fisher.
Aye. Item 15 is call for a public hearing at the June 14th meeting regarding the rezoning.
You can do that. We can call the public hearing, get that out of the way while we're waiting to hear from the other stuff, and then by the July meeting, we should be able to handle the rezoning. I would think.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ripko.
Aye.
Mr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Wilbur.
Aye.
Mr. Ziegler.
Aye.
Mr. Fisher.
Aye. Item 16 is discussion of possible action regarding declaring the surplus of those blue chairs. So we can be sold at public or private sale.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ripko.
Aye.
Mr. Lewis. Mr. Wilbur. Mr. Ziegler.
Aye.
Mr. Fisher.
Aye. How do you like the new chairs, by the way? Are they comfortable?
Yeah, you're the first ones you use.
So it's the first time,
They're nice.
outside the court, this is the first time we do.
Much better.
Item 17 is a resolution authorizing Memorial Day donation to the Horses and Omar Heights American Legions.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Ripko.
Aye.
Mr. Lewis. Mr. Wilbur.
Aye.
Mr. Ziegler.
Aye.
Mr. Fisher.
Aye. There's no conference attendance, so that concludes ours, so I'll go around the board. Carl, you got anything? How scary to say? Steve? No. Donnie? No. Okay. We have our second meeting at 8:30 on the 24th, so I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
Aye.
We probably won't do anything until the first.
They all said aye.
But that's what Roxanne's calling. That's right, okay. But I'm glad to see you come to see